So true story, how I stopped pitching products and started closing 3 times more deals when I hit my lowest point as a business owner. I was drowning in demo requests, but barely closing 5% of the inquiries. I had the product knowledge of a veteran, yet watched as leads fell apart month after month. So setting the scene, 10 years ago, I sat in my car after another failed client meeting, completely defeated. I'd attended and supported what I thought was a flawless product presentation, where every feature, every integration, every bell and whistle had been covered. The prospect nodded politely throughout. In fact, there was a team of them. I asked a few questions, and it ended with the dreaded, "We'll get back to you. Thanks for coming along." The salesperson informs me they never did. We were doing everything by the book, following the sales scripts, memorizing product specs, and addressing objections with rehearsed responses. We'd thought this through. And I realized what was going on wrong. And after a while, I worked out how to present this to the sales team. We are so focused on selling the product that we somehow had forgotten to solve the client problems. I realized we had become a walking, talking brochure rather than a trusted advisor. We were selling features rather than outcomes. Big difference. So the journey. I was desperate for change, and I completely reimagined our approach. Instead of preparing product pitches, I researched prospects, industries to identify specific challenges. I replaced the feature benefit scripts with thoughtful questions. What's the biggest obstacle preventing you from reaching your goals right now? If you could wave a magic wand and fix one thing in your current process, what would it be? What would success look like 6 months from now? Because in meetings, what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of find the answers to find out what they wanted. I wanted to listen 80% of the time and speak just 20%, 2 ears, 1 mouth. And through the process of taking careful notes and reflecting the problems to them, and only then gently connecting those transformations to our solution potential, it started to work. The hardest part was restraining from jumping straight to the PowerPoint, right? We had to trust that understanding came before selling. And the way we put it was just have a chat, have a conversation, have a coffee. It's not about having a presentation, which a lot of people would ask us for, but they didn't really want the presentation. They did want a presentation, but they really wanted a conversation about solving their problem, right? So the resolution. Within 3 months, our closing rate doubled. And by 6 months, we were back to hitting targets. The transformation wasn't about learning new closing techniques or memorizing more product details. It was about shifting from here's what we do to here's how we can help you achieve the transformation you're seeking. Our clients no longer see me and the team as someone trying to sell them something. They see us as someone who brings clarity to their problems and pathways to their future state. So if you're struggling to hit your numbers despite knowing your product inside and out, try this approach for 2 weeks. Focus entirely on understanding the transformations your prospects really want. Become their guide. Bring clarity. Don't be the pusher of products. Now, the best part is you won't just close more deals. You'll actually be building relationships that lead to referrals and renewals, and a reputation that sells for you. Who can you help in that way the most today? Because you'll end up selling more tomorrow. That was a true story, and thanks for joining me. I hope you're getting something out of this, and hit the like button and follow me. I've got more stories to come. Decades of experience in running a company, heading up sales, and creating campaigns for clients. This actually story I was reminded of from a call that I just had, literally yesterday evening. And, I just found myself running through this story or in my head that this is a process that we I have done, more than once, in fact. And I was speaking to someone, a potential client in the US, who definitely needs to change their strategy, because I know what they've done. They've spent years perfecting their product, as many people do. And that's a good thing, right? But, it's like, well, having done all this kind of product work, where are the customers, kind of thing? And what they've been trying to do is nail the features, make sure the benefits work and are there to be had, and all that. It's all good stuff. But actually, people don't really buy features or benefits, right? They buy outcomes. Okay. So they're listening really to hear solutions to the problems that they face today. And they're not really interested the fact that you spent the last 2 years fixing it or making it. When you talk to the people about a solution, they just expect it to work. It's none of their business how long it took you to get it to work. There's no relevance to them. The only relevance to them is, I got a problem. It looks like you can solve it. Great. Let's solve it. Anyway, if I can solve anything for you, and I hope I have, set up a call and we'll have a chat and let's just talk over what's occurring. All right. Thanks for joining me, and bye for now.